Aragorn's a tracker hunting coons at night. Gimli swinging axes, but his aim ain't right. Legolas is prepping, shooting buds off logs. Harlan's painting toenails, yelling at the dogs. Saruman's a neighbor's always causing grief, scheming in his tower like a backwoods thief. With the swamp behind and the mountains ahead, we're just good old boys doing what Gandalf said. Frodo's carrying the ring and it's dragging slow, but we're marching through the mud with a steady flow.
Of Arrakis, it's me, Shia-Lud, your beloved sandworm of the desert. Many people are saying Paul Atreides, little Paul Atreides. I call him Pesky Paul. He's Al-Mahdi. People are calling him Lisan Al-Gaib. Pesky Paul's calling himself Muad'Dib. He said, Muad'Dib, I'm a little desert mouse, just a humble little desert mouse. And he is very tiny, I saw him.
Middle-aged mutant ninja turtles, middle-aged mutant ninja turtles, middle-aged mutant ninja turtles. All of their shoes are from New Balance, and turtles used to battle all over New York.
It was radical.
Now they work late nights in customer support.
It pays the bills.
They would break dance in their teens, and now they use sleep apnea machines. Middle-aged mutant ninja turtles.
Colonel, this is Snake. I've made it to the insertion point. I stayed pretty warm due to that anti-freezing peptide that you gave to me, but I have to admit, I was able to smuggle out my smokes in my stomach. You know, it wasn't fantastic, but I gotta have them ciggies. Psychic powers are cheating. I'm gonna plug my controller into port 2. Hind D. More like D. Hind. Ho! But seriously, what's a Russian gunship doing here? Big back, big back, big...
Hello and welcome. There's some weird sounds going on right now in my head. May just have to unplug it. Weird. Hello and welcome to Nerddom's Poll List for the week of February 19th, 2025. This is issue 59. How's everyone doing? Hope y'all had a great week so far. The lighting looks a little bit different. I am all over the place, you guys. I'll tell you that much. I will tell you that much. All over the place. Work is insane. Life is insane. So I have not been able to make some stuff that I want to. So I apologize in the slowdown in making some videos for you guys, but I do have a couple videos to make. First off, we do have to make a review for Spider-Man. We didn't make one last week. So this week we're going to be following up basically the second half of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, finishing up that. I'll probably try to get that recorded tonight. So hopefully this sound issue that you're hearing, you actually can't hear it and it's just me. So hoping it's just like in here. It's something in here. Weird. But we're going to get that going tonight. And then we have one video that we have recorded and then I just have to edit. So that one actually is very, very exciting. Very excited for this one. And then there's a couple other ones too. So, man, last week, I cannot believe it was less than a week ago. It feels like forever ago now. Freaking Brave New World, man. That was a crazy night. I even have a video clip. I think I still have it. I have a video clip of what I was trying to do for Brave New World, and it just was not coming out. It just was not coming out okay. That's what I need to do. I need to do VLC player. I'm downloading it really quick. That way I can play any video. Any video. Windows, not the way to go. It's a long time coming to me doing this. Long time coming. Whatever. Yes. Okay. Jeesh. Loud. But yes, we have a really, really big week this week. Huge pulls of comics. going on. Some crazy, scary news going on. And then, of course, we have the box office numbers for Brave New World and all that stuff. We can talk business if we want. We can do that. I think that'd be cool. But first off, the sad news of the night. Let me show you guys this really quick. Let me see if it works. Footage. Let me see if I can switch it over to VLC player. There it is. Apply. What the hell? What the heck is this? Is it gonna play? Oh my god, it's loud. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Holy shit. Fucking stupid. Oh yeah, something's wrong with the computer, guys. God. Is that? There it goes. So I tried filming this out in the dark, in the parking garage, and it was raining. It was cold. And I had my mic on. Not gonna work. Holy shit! Fucking. I'm just so aggravated. This sucks. So I'm trying to film this out in the wild, man. I was trying to film that, and I just said, you know what, screw it. I just came home and filmed it at home instead. So, yeah, that was fun. That was fun to figure out, but I was not a happy camper. I will tell you that, man. I was not a happy camper. Was not a happy camper. All my footage. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed my review. It was long. I really need to work on cutting down my thoughts. I just couldn't stop I couldn't help myself from getting deep into the weeds with this movie. I don't know what it was. I couldn't help myself from getting deep in the weeds. What's up? What up, Brandon? What's up, Collector? How are you? Doing okay. My computer is not doing so hot, though. My streaming computer. I don't know what's going on. But I'm getting some weird sounds. But I hope you guys are having a good Wednesday. Hope you guys have a great poll this week. I got a poll full of bangers. But unfortunately, let's start with the sad news coming out of NetEase. Oh, now it works just fine. So sad news, NetEase confirms Marvel Rivals layoffs are due to optimized development efficiency. Does that sound familiar or what? Very sad news that came out last night or the night before. The creative director at Seattle Studios, who are helping it's the design team, who are helping with the development of Marvel Rivals, he announced that he was the creative director, or a game director. He announced that he was laid off. And as well, we found out that 6 others, or 6 in total, team members are being laid off from this studio. It looks like all the studios and workers in China are okay, but just the Seattle ones are not, which is totally sad. Kings, how are you? Didn't see the review. How do you rate it? I don't really have a numbers or a letter scale. I would say it is if you have a Disney Plus, I would wait to Disney Plus. It is not a run out to the theaters and see. It's not a run out to the theaters and see. Yeah. I did not like it, have big problems with it. It could have been great. But man, it is just a hodgepodge Frankenstein monster of a movie. It's a bad movie. It seems like everyone's trying their best on it, but no, the movie's just, it's just not there. I demand I demand quality. I'm looking for quality now in Marvel Marvel movies, in these movies, you know? Like, we've had so many years of, not failures, but so many years of, I can go full screen on this. We've had so many years of them trying things. You would think they would nail down the basics. And this movie does not nail the basics. It doesn't. So, it's the saddest thing. And it's, like I said, it seems like everyone's having a great time on it. But man, the movie just doesn't come together the way it should. It is just, man. So I do have my review posted. It is, like I said, it's 33 minutes long. I need to work on getting my videos down in size. So I apologize for that. But yeah, I did not like it. I think it's a wait to Disney Plus. It's a wait to Disney Plus. Did you see the new Knockoffs trailer? It looks like a fighting game where you play as knockoffs of classic action figures. That looks cool. I've heard of the one that was in a game store or a toy store. Which one is that? Is that one? But yeah, man, I feel really, really bad for. And what sucks is, this is the crazy part too about the Marvel movie. Sorry, one more thing. We heard we heard tumultuous things about Brave New World from basically its start. But we haven't heard anything tumultuous about Thunderbolts or Fantastic Four. Those seem to be running smoothly. And you don't hear anything about big reshoots. But yeah, we'll get into Brave New World in a sec. But very, very sad news coming out of NetEase and the Marvel Rivals team. And Marvel Rivals is straight killing it, dude. Like, are you kidding me? If they introduce Doom right here with this, fudge, dude. They already got the Fantastic Four in here, and we're about to have Doom. Wild. New layoffs at developer NetEase shocked the internet this week as multiple members of the Marvel Rivals team confirmed they've been let go. Game director Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross? No. Sasser and level designer Jack Burrows were two former employees who revealed they had been let go by NetEase, with the company confirming the layoffs today in an official statement. Representative explained that the layoffs, which mostly affected the Seattle-based design team, were made to optimize development efficiency for the game. Is this, I want to know too, is this the only American part? What up, John? Blazing Saddles line. I love that movie. One of my favorites. No worries. Later, Mando. Oh, this isn't going to play because we're on the long thing. Here you go. Oh my gosh. I'm all over the place, guys. Later, Mando.
Welcome back, Mando. They all hate you, Mando.
Later, Mando. Hope you have a great week, dude. I'll check out the game. Knockoffs. Got it. Knockoffs. We recently made a difficult decision to adjust Marvel Rivals development team structure for organizational reasons and to optimize development efficiency for the game. That sounds familiar. This resulted in a reduction of the design team based in Seattle as part of a larger global design function to support Marvel Rivals. We appreciate the hard work and dedication of those affected, and we'll be treating them confidentially. Oh my god. Sorry, brain farg. And respectfully with recognition for their individual contributions. You can tell I'm kind of roasted and toasted. It's been straight crazy at work. I will tell you that. Layoffs also sparked concerns among Marvel Rivals community that NetEase will be pulling back its support for the game. A story we've seen unfold far too often in the gaming industry, especially with live service games. NetEase assured fans that they remain fully committed to supporting Marvel Rivals, and despite the layoffs, are actually investing more into the game's evolution. So it sounds like we're going to have still a bunch of content, a bunch of characters. Marvel's got how many freaking characters to pull from? Can you imagine the insanity that is already here with the amount of characters and then the insanity that is going to be happening? It's going to be nuts. So really sad to see an American-based team leaving. Hopefully they get picked up And hopefully, you know, they are all gonna work out okay. So wish the best for them. Think about making a gaming channel. How's the name? Suboptimal John. Is that because of your suboptimal, meaning like you're really good at gaming? In ironic sense. Reminds me of Marvel Heroes. Omega game, best Marvel game ever in my opinion. I miss it so much. Marvel Heroes. That sounds familiar. What was the other game that they had? The Marvel Snap. Is that still going on, or is that shut down because of the TikTok thing? Marvel Heroes. That sounds familiar. This one sounds familiar. Dang, look at this. Was this a 6-on-6? This was a MOBA, right? Yeah, Diablo MMO. Whoa! Diablo MMO hybrid. I don't remember this, dude. That sucks. That sounds cool. Marvel Heroes Omega for Xbox One review. Is this free Diablo MMO hybrid worth your time? So that sounds like they tried to make the creator of Diablo made it. See, that makes sense. This is actually really cool because it's like a, to me, this is the next step for Ultimate Alliance. You know, a Diablo-like thing. That'd be so cool. That sucks. It got shut down. For some reason, I feel like this definitely didn't hit. I don't remember it. Did they have good support for a while and stuff? Oh my god, I forgot to not even talk about her. Oh my god. I forgot to talk about her. I don't like this story at all. Suboptimal as an underpowered PC and underwhelming skill. Exactly. It's ironic. Cause you're awesome. And you'll be really cool. Is if you started a game and then you were like really bad at it, but then over time you just got better and better at it. That'd be legit. Next story. Gwen Stacy is back and she's here to slay. Huh? In a new comic book series. This May, Cavan Scott, I'm gonna call him Cavan, and Stefano Nessi launched the new Gwenpool comic book series that introduces a twisted new take on a fan favorite hero. Her death is the most heart-wrenching moment in comic book history. Her return will be the most outrageous. Teased last week, prepared for the unthinkable with the resurrection of Gwen Stacy. Oh man. How do you guys like that? That's the cover too? Damn. It's coming out of her hands, bro. Very much like Alliance. That makes sense to me. It's too sad. It's too bad that that didn't get the support. It sounds like it would fit perfectly. So this, they made it seem like it's going to be a big thing. I don't think it's going to be a actual mainline book. I feel like it's just going to be a 5-part miniseries. The madman responsible for New York Times bestselling author Cavan Scott. You did pick up Gwen Stacy Galactus What If book last week. How was that? I saw that one. Galactus has been coming out with a bunch of books for them. Gwen Stacy returns as darker, deadlier, and even more unhinged Gwenpool, who better to help Spidey navigate the soul-crushing revelation that the medium-shattering, attention-seeking Marvel Comics superfan that is the original Gwenpool. It's a wild team-up as the pair race to solve this unhinged mystery before it's too late, because Gwendoline Poole knows better than anyone, and there's definitely not enough page time for 2 Gwenpools. So there's 2 Gwenpools? Oh, he didn't read it? Okay, gotcha. Why bring Gwen back? Because looks like they already did. There actually was a bunch of Gwenpool already, right? Or was it just like it was an Elseworld story? Exactly. So this looks like it's a different Gwenpool. Why as a darker version? Yeah. They're trying to find things. They're trying to find things, you know? That I don't really have much to say about this other than like, man, I don't know what it is. I don't think anybody knows what it is. Because they're relaunching Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man. There's an Amazing Spider-Man, another #1 coming out right now. I actually have Amazing Spider-Man from 2012, #1. I think I have that slabbed. I got it slabbed, but freaking got Gwen Stacy back. Mainstream comics are cooked. Give me my indies. I hear you there. I got some indies. I do like the mainline stuff too. I'm trying. I'm trying to stay on board. I do indies too. Trying to get more. Shoot, we forgot about what's his name. What's your favorite Marvel character? Ooh. Damn. I am more of a Marvel guy than DC. Like, I'm Batman #1, of course. But then everything else after #1, I'm Marvel. Right now, God, I'm like torn, you guys. I'm torn because I grew up with the X-Men series, and I always loved Cyclops. And I loved that he was the leader. I liked leader characters. I liked Leonardo. I liked Tommy from Power Rangers. So I was going to say Cyclops. But then I also like Daredevil. I like Daredevil because he's just a tortured emo kid. I used to read a lot of Invincible Iron Man with Matt Fraction. And when he left, I kind of didn't pick it up again. When he left that Invincible Iron Man line, I didn't like the next part after that, and I definitely don't like the new Iron Man relaunch that they did. Oof, that was gross. So I'll say Cyclops. I don't think we've seen a comic accurate Cyclops in live action. I will say that. I don't think we've seen it. I don't think we've seen that. So, let's talk about these box office numbers, guys. Oof. Captain America Brave New World will remain #1 during its second weekend in theaters, but, as feared, it's facing a pretty big drop. While that's not good news for the MCU movie, it is by no means a disaster. Who wrote this? Josh Wilding. Okay. As first reported by Deadline, current projections point to Captain America Brave New World earning roughly $30 million this weekend. What? They only made $30 million? So the biggest competition will be The Monkey, a new horror movie from Longlegs director. Oh, I liked Longlegs. That's eyeing $17 million. Back to Brave New World, even though $30 million is 70% decline. Oh, so it's $30 million for next week. Cyclops is your first comic? Oh, nice. Yeah, it is. Oh my god, I didn't even notice. Oh my god, it is. First comic you ever bought? Bro, it might be one of my first comics too. I actually have X-Men #1 from the 90s, 91. I'm going to get it graded, I think, coming up at WonderCon. I'm going to get it graded. Last year I did 10 comics. This year I think I'm going to pick another 10. It's probably going to be a lot of my X-Men comics that I have. I have X-Men 251 or 252 that I want to get graded and slabbed. That'd be nice. Back to Kevin. Oh, the do they say on Tuesday the blockbuster earned $6.3 million to it take its 5-day total to $106 million. Excuse me, sorry. Placing it only $21 million behind Ant-Man threequel at the same point in its run. At least they're not pointing out the other numbers. So is this guy actually saying that it made $106 million? Oops. See, this is different than what they were reporting on the Twitter. They were like, oh, it's already made $180 million. Or the box office was $180 million. Which is incorrect. Like, Disney doesn't take all of that home. I think they take, what, 60%? And the theaters take 40%, or vice versa? Or is it 50-50? Love Brave New World, it played out like a comic. Oh no. You did? I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Man, that sucks. I'm sorry. It kind of did. I mean, there was just some parts where just like, there's lots of parts where it just went, and then this happened, and this happened. I was actually talking to my LCS today, and they were saying, should we watch it? I'm like, really, it's up to you. I always say it's up to you. And again, if you like it, that's your deal. But really, me explaining the plot is more exciting than the actual movie. To me, that's what it was. Yeah, I mean, the numbers aren't that bad. Again, if you consider what the actual budget was, who knows what is the real budget? These numbers are all being thrown around, and they filmed it in America, which is good. They filmed it in Georgia and DC, I believe. So good on them for doing that. I like that. But what that does is, though, they're able to hide their money a little bit more. So I'm curious if they get into, I don't think it gets into the budget at all. It's just so contentious right now. Nobody really knows the budget. I do know that there was, I think, 22 days of reshoots, and 22 days of reshoots is insane. That is a lot of reshooting that they did. And I think with those reshoots, they really reformulated the entire movie. So, insanity on that one. We'll see how it does next weekend. I think it is just going to be forgotten about. And again, I'm not happy about it. This was a pretty, again, me telling you the plot sounds insane. It sounds really cool. But damn, when you're watching it, it's jumbled in my opinion, bro. It's jumbled. Ugh. Who likes brightness? Marvel's Brad Winderbaum confirms the return of Daredevil's fellow of Defenders is very much being explored. I love stories like this. First off, it's a way to get clicks because Daredevil's really hot right now. He was on, I think, Good Morning America. Number two, it's all just saying things. It's just, oh, we need to write it. Oh, it's being explored. Do you guys have any affinity for this TV show? For Defenders, for any of the guys on here? It really came out a while ago. It came out a while ago, man. It's kind of... I can't believe how long ago Defenders was. That blows my mind. What was it, like 2016? 2015? Oh. I'm ready for this show, though. Ready for this show. March 4th. March 4th, we're coming back. Are you guys excited about this? Bada boom. March 4th. I'm excited. It looks good. The marketing material is looking really good, too. Looking really good. And finally, Marvel Studios now has a plan to conclude Kang the Conqueror's MCU arc. Just by having Robert Downey Jr. come and show up and then blow everything up. And that's the end of it. That's the end of it. Really, I don't know how they can wrap up this story. He already got beaten by ants. He already got beaten by ants, you guys. Sad. Love Daredevil Season 2, Season 3 elevator fight scene. So cool. Dude, yeah. See, I wish I had time to rewatch it all. I might have to watch a... It's been so long, dude. I might need to watch just somebody recap it for me. I wish I could go back, but these are hour-long, serious freaking shows. They weren't just goofy 20-minute episodes like what do you got with Spider-Man now, you know? So far, the runtimes seem pretty serious, too. They seem pretty serious. By the way, we did read our comics from last week. We have all of our comics. This entire stack was read. This entire stack. Read all of them last week, man. They're all taped up, ready to go into their short boxes. Ready to go. There's really a lot to talk about. I'll try to point out a couple. Absolute Batman number 5 was actually pretty badass, and it was pretty cool to see him lose. One world under Doom makes total sense. That's what Doom would do. He would replace all the bad guys with Doom bots and take over the world. I like the art, I like the story, and it was kind of crazy to see the Avengers try to fight back and do what they can, just to know that Doom, dude, Doom is going to be one step ahead. He is Sorcerer Supreme, he is everywhere. Absolutely nuts in that book. I'm going to keep going with some of the Doom side stories. I want to see what they do with that. I got one this week, so we'll see how that is. If it isn't good, then I'm not going to pick up any more, really. X-Men 11. I like that one. Yeah, that one was pretty cool. I'm really liking the Moon Knight run. Really liking the Moon Knight run. This one's pretty crazy. We get the reveal of who the bad guy is that he's been fighting all along. This one's actually old. And then so is all this. Fist of Khonshu. Number 10, number 11, we read that a long time ago. Spirit of Vengeance, we read that a long time ago. Oh, Dick Tracy and the Valentine special. That one was really good. Like this. I like the Dick Tracy run in general. We get introduced to a new Geiger lady who has the same exact problem that Geiger has, and she's able to push it away. She's able to push it back inside and hide it, basically, so she doesn't radiate everybody. This new one, Cyber Squad, from Cyberpunk. This one was pretty cool. Pretty ferocious, really. Seeing the cyber psychos being employed by the Night City PD. Bug Wars. This was a big one last week. This is a really big book, but it was awesome. Really, really good book. If you like it. If you like, it's kind of like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. It's also, and it is not PG. It's definitely rated R, rated M for mature. This is a mature story, but it's about family loss. It's about trauma there. It's also about what that can do to different people and how different people react to that type of familial loss. And so that's where we're going to see it. Maybe we'll see him don the armor. He doesn't in issue 1, unfortunately. This is almost like a new start for the Moon is following us. Almost like a new start, because the last time we saw it, they were kind of at their wit's end and they really, really lost. But here we get into the scarier side of their daughter's dreams. As you can see, that scary dude right there. He is kind of like from her nightmares. And yeah, that was some of my favorite books from the last 2 weeks, I think. Still, I need to put all these. Maybe I'll put them away tonight. But this week on the poll list, let's see if we can get these going. This week we have pretty big stack. I think we got 10 titles. We got our pick of the week all set. I've already read 3 of them. Now I was trying to read the 4th one, but we had to get dinner going. So the first one that I did read this week is Rat City. Rat City. Number 11. The Spawn books, we've been saying this forever. There. Spawn books, we've been saying this forever. They're very thin, but what they are is quality material. Really, really good art on the inside. Really good graphic novel type paper. Thick cardstock on the outside. And then a good little story part in here. So we're seeing the repercussions of the last book, which we saw one of the doctors kind of die, but he turned him into a cyborg per se, and he is going to hunt down Peter, who is our main character. And Dr. Amon is now a crazy cyborg dude. So really, really good book. Not a whole lot of action here, but it does end on a cliffhanger of him, of the, what do you call it, coming out, of the Hellspawn coming out of him. So that one was really, really, really good. Again, really, really short. Each of these comics for the Spawn books are very short, but I think that's how he's able to keep it $2.99 and good quality. So I dig it. Rat City, I'm pulling that one. Good. That's a good one. Again, it's always really short. 5 copies of number 1. We went all in on that one. I'm happy I picked it up too. It's been a nice change of pace for me. I only really have Gunslinger usually. So picking up this one, it really does even out the Spawn world. I don't even pick up the normal Spawn line. I'm a weirdo. I'm a weirdo when it comes to that. Uncanny X-Men, issue number 10 from Marvel. Got to read about half of this. We're dealing with the teenagers and their attack by Sentinel dogs, Sentinel hounds. They're being attacked at a mall. So Jubilee told the kids to go to a mall, hang out. We just had a really big traumatic event. And these Sentinel dogs, Sentinel hounds get sent out to them. So the teenagers are having to deal with that on their own. And the adults X-Men, Uncanny X-Men team is outside of the mall. So they're not able to help out as much as they can, as much as they should. And it's really them taking their tests on this. And you know, they're working on bringing back, I forget their names, all the new characters, but they brought him back to life using the other person's abilities. Pretty crazy stuff. Wolverine hasn't fought anybody yet that I've seen, so covers are a lie. The covers are always a lie, but still working on this one. I need to finish reading this one, but I'm digging it so far. Gail Simone on the writing. This is going to be issue number 18 of Daredevil. Honestly, Daredevil right now, the current run, not my favorite covers. And there's been a couple of issues that have been... Oh, man. There's been a couple of issues that have just been kind of meh for me. And I think this is the second or third week to have Bullseye on there, and he better be in there. But Matt is really having a tough time with one of his foster kids, I kind of want to say. They're not really foster kids, but he's a priest now in this run. He's a priest, and all the orphan kids live with him. One of the orphan kids is now possessed. So he's trying to deal with him, and it's really messing him up. And yeah, again, not my favorite covers, but pretty good story on the inside. I'm digging it. I'm digging this one. Maybe this time we'll actually see Bullseye, but that is Daredevil in issue number 18. No one has ever noticed this. The Jubilee intro for X-Men 97 has shadows of guys at the bottom of the screen, which reflects her first appearance comic. Really? In 97? I don't think I noticed it either. Didn't it change? Oh no, they're gonna knock me on. You think it's 93?
Previously on X-Men.
She looks a little different. Was that it? Let me slow it down. Is this the shadow right here? That's pretty cool though, if that's that. It seems like it's her shadow though. And then Jean comes in. Huh, interesting. I do miss that show already. I need to get back into watching Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I need to get back into watching that one. I got a couple episodes left of that. Reminds me of the shadows on the first comic appearance. Oh, okay, gotcha. It's all good. Let me see her shadows. Jubilee comic intro. Not how you remember it. It's all good. Cover, maybe? Is it on the cover? Yeah, I'm not seeing it either. Oh, you're talking about this one? No, I don't think this is them. I don't think this is it either, right? Like that? The shadows? Maybe. That's Rogue. Did they change her design? Man, I'm not used to seeing Jubilee out of her outfit like that. Next on the pull list is from Image. This is Walsh, Vargas, and Carey. This is Null Hunter in Olympus Saga. Really insane book. It is cyberpunk. It is like heavy metal. It definitely earns its mature rating. Last issue, issue number 4, did have some, I would say X-rated something, but definitely on the brutal, definitely on, like I said, the heavy metal from the 80s type of art, type of story. It is badass, and yeah, I'm digging this one a lot. Null Hunter. I'm glad I'm picking this one up. It's a nice change of pace from the Capes and the Crusaders. Next, it is a heavy Marvel week, guys. I apologize about that. Ultimate Black Panther number 13. I'm a little bit... I don't remember where we're at with this one. I know he fought... Did he fight Khonshu? Or he fought the Moon Knight? And he beat him. I remember that. But I'm going to have to refresh of where I'm at with this one. We're really seeing the difference between the... I almost called it Valerian steel. That's how tired I am. The vibranium. How the difference between the vibranium, which is like the purple stone, and then the other thing, which is the green stone, and how they counteract each other in here. And T'Challa is working through that. And like I said, he beat the snot out of Khonshu. And again, Khonshu and Ra are the bad guys who have taken over Africa. And Wakanda is the last nation that is standing in its way, with T'Challa, Storm, Killmonger, Okoye, and Shuri. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff there. On the grading scale of all the Ultimate books, let's see, the Ultimates is probably last in my eyes. I like that Nick Fury one shot of Ultimate's universe. I like that one a lot. And then we got Ultimate X-Men. And next on the list, probably. And then probably Black Panther. And then I like Spider-Man. And then Wolverine's pretty badass. The Ultimates Wolverine is badass. So speaking of the first offshoots from One World Under Doom, the first book that I'm going to be taking a look at is Doom Academy. Issue number 1. I'm going to be taking a look at this one. I'm getting the feeling of... I haven't looked into this at all. I have no idea what this is, but it looks like it might be in Latveria. And it might be a, kids. It might be in like an actual academy. So, if that's what we're getting, it might be pretty badass. But if not, then I'm going to drop it. But I'm definitely going to give some of these offshoots a try. See if I dig it. See if I don't. And like I said, if I don't like it, I'm just going to drop it. But Doom Academy, issue number 1. Don't know much about it. So totally weird this week, by the way, guys. The Nick Fury is sweet. Love that one. Dude, that one was really good. That one threw me for a loop. I liked that one. The Nick Fury one-shot Ultimate Universe. The 1 year later. I liked that one a lot. That was cool. Speaking of Daredevil, we have a second Daredevil book to come out this week. Daredevil Unleash Hell, which is Elektra's version of Daredevil. I do enjoy that they are pushing the envelope a little bit more with this offshoot series. This might be another issue out of 5 that they're doing, but it's the same writer as the last Daredevil, Woman Without Fear. It is now just like an M-rated title, which, again, I'm glad they're pushing the envelope with this. Maybe they're testing the waters with a more mature style. And then we got the show coming up, so may as well drop a bunch of Daredevil stuff at the same time. And then, yeah, but this is with the Elektra as Daredevil. I'm trying to remember the first issue. I read it. I swear I read it. But I think it links up with Daredevil Woman Without Fear, and she's trying to save that girl, but I need to double check. It's been a while. I'm sure as soon as I crack it open, I'm going to remember what happened. But it's been a long time since I read the first issue. Next is the anthology book that I'm sticking with. I do love an entertaining comic. I think what they're doing with their stories here is actually really well done. Really good quality books too. And I guess I've heard some bad things about Oni Press, but that's all. I don't know if that's true or not. But Epitaphs from the Abyss is their horror line. So if you dig little horror stories, just like in, Boy's Life or even Creepshow, definitely would give this one a shot if you haven't already. We're on issue number 8. Man, issue number 8. There really hasn't been a bad book from this series. There also is now, what was it? Terrible. It's like terror fantasy book as well. And there's also a terror science one. There's a science one that's kind of like Black Mirror. And then there's just straight up horror. And then there's a fantasy stories. So 3 different issues, 3 different books that are all kind of horror related, horror adjacent. But this one is just straight up horror. So digging all of these, and yeah, it's always a good change of pace. I like changing it up. And then the last 2 books, man, this was a hard choice. But the next book is Ultimate Wolverine, issue number 2. I was able to read this before the show. I like it a lot. Chris Condon, one of my favorite writers. He did Night People. He did Enfield Gang Massacre. He's done a bunch of good other stuff as well. He's also writing Green Arrow, which I'm picking up just because you're writing it, Chris. Just because you're writing it. So I'm digging this one so far. Wolverine is another one of my favorite characters, and him being the Winter Soldier in this Ultimate Universe is a pretty good freaking idea. So this one has a lot of emotion. This one has a lot of a lot of really cool stuff that can happen with it. We're finally seeing Eurasia. We're finally seeing Europe and Asia in the Ultimate Universe, and it says that this Eurasia and Japan, or the East, the Southeast? I don't know what to call it, really. That part of Asia are the only 2 places that have mutants. So that's the 2 places where they have a bunch of mutants. It doesn't look like there's any other mutants in any other place, except you see, very, very crazy, you see the Maker at the beginning of this comic. And what he did to set this whole thing going. Pretty crazy stuff. That was pretty cool to see. But Ultimate Wolverine, issue number 2, Ultimate Wolverine, Winter Soldier. Awesome. And then finally, we are at the pick of the week. Pick of the week. I really do like Gunslinger, Spawn. I like him in the current times, but honestly, him in the past, right after he got his powers, is doing it for me. I was able to read this before the show. This one is awesome. I really do like the art. I like the story, and I'm a sucker for westerns, dude. I'm a sucker for westerns. So now you got Hellspawn with, demons and vampires and stuff like that, and very, very cool stuff here. Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger, issue number 3. So that is my pick of the week. That's my favorite. If I can get it going. Pick of the week. Brett, how are you, man? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yo, when's Dune Awakening? I was gonna look that up. Confirms release date announcements. When is this again? I got a hair in my nose, sorry. February 20th, so tomorrow. Nice pickups, nice list. Thanks, Brandon. Dude, that was it's a big list. 10 items this week. And there was even more that I put back. There was a new James Tynion book. It looked cool, but I was told you might want to put that back. Announced tomorrow? Okay. Oh, we're gonna watch it. 10 hours. Dang it. Dune Awakening. I can't wait. What I missed, the layoffs were wild. We dug into it a little bit. So yeah, 6 people got laid off from NetEase, the Seattle branch. It looks like that they're bringing everything underneath the Chinese branch, which sucks. I wish the best for them, and I wish that we had American developers going. Let me pull up. Dude. We had 10 books this week. And no worries, dude. Life, I was late too. We got Rat City, Rat City, number 11. I read that one. That one was pretty good. Those are really short, though. Actually, the Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger actually has more content. Uncanny X-Men, I didn't get to finish it, but the teenagers are being attacked in a mall by Sentinel Hounds. Sentinel Hounds. Oh my goodness. We're doing all this disorganized. Daredevil, issue number 18. Maybe this time it will actually have Bullseye in there. The last cover that had Bullseye didn't have him in there. Knoll Hunter, issue number 5. This one is very much so cyberpunk meets heavy metal. Like from the 80s. Ultimate Black Panther, issue number 13. The war against Ra and Khonshu continues there. Doom Academy, issue number 1. Not sure. We'll see. If it's bad, I won't pick any more up. Daredevil Unleash Hell, which is Elektra's version of Daredevil. And it's a red band. Probably for like one panel. Epitaphs from the Abyss, issue number 8. Gotta love me some horror. Ultimate Wolverine, issue number 2. It's going to be kind of sad, man. Why would you put Black Panther against Wolverine? I hope they both do well, because I'm digging both of them. But Wolverine is a really good story so far. And then finally, the pick of the week was Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger. And that was the pick of the week. So that was the pull list. Das Pull List. 10 books. Oh, and I read this entire stack of books. We finished this entire stack. We got to put them away. Rah. Bada boom. Read through the entire stack. Some of my favorites were The Moon is Following Us. Let's see. Some of the other favorites. JSA number 4 was good with Dr. Midnight. I didn't like the Ultimates book. Oh, Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu. Issue number 5, we get introduced to who the bad guy really is and what his abilities are. I dug that. Dick Tracy Valentine Special was really, really good. I love the Dick Tracy books. Geiger, we get introduced to a new Geiger lady who is able to suppress her radiation abilities without the use of those sticks. So Geiger looks like he's going to be learning something. Cyberpunk Psycho Squad. This was pretty crazy because it shows the NCPD and what they actually do when they hire cyber psychos to kill other cyber psychos. So that story was pretty wild. Really crazy first issue. Dude, Bug Wars. This was crazy to see. Bugs are all, what do you call it? They're human, not humanized, but they have they're like people basically. And then we get introduced to a family who is dealing with family loss, a loss in the family, and what happens to the different types of grief. So you have the mother, the teenage son, and then the child's son, and how they are grieving in different ways. Moon is Following Us. Really good change there with issue number 6. Dude, we got so many books. Oh yeah, Batman. Absolute Batman, issue number 5. This was a cool issue. Basically brought Batman to his knees. So he doesn't pull a fast one on all the bad guys of Black Mask this time. And then Green Lantern Corps. Green Lantern Corps, this is basically Jon Stewart's book, but we do have a lot of crossover with the other Green Lanterns, and we get introduced to a new Green Lantern. So yeah, that was this entire stack. We gotta put those into the short boxes tonight. And we need to find a knickknack. Let me go grab it really quick. And then I need to watch Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man tonight. I'm gonna watch it tonight, record something, and try to have it up in the morning. Try to. I know I've been slacking with the videos, and I greatly apologize. Work and life has been insane. Hey, Coach Bird. Okay, story time. Story time. So, the year was 2023, and I was at Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con. I saw that this little company was having a panel, and I wanted to see how popular this little company, this little channel was still. So I went, and I was flabbergasted by how empty the room was. The excitement for this channel was palpable, or unpalpable, we'll say. And I'm actually playing the channel right behind me, some of the old reruns, and at the end of the panel, after the lackluster reception, there wasn't many people. It was the year of the mask at Comic-Con. I got this tote bag, and I'm going to forever have this tote bag up here for as long as I can. And this is something kind of, I love its original iteration, but man, the relaunch that they did, it just wasn't going to last. Hey! When I was leaving the room, nobody was excited by what they saw, man. And little did they know, about a cool 6 months later, they were going to be gone. So it's very sad. Again, I don't want anybody to lose their jobs. It's just, it was really, really crazy to see what this channel was able to produce. It's a good swag, at least. It's really good swag, yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna have this forever. But man, the relaunch, I was looking for it to recapture the magic, and I think that's one thing that we probably need to learn, is that the stuff that we had back then is gone. The people can come back. Like, for instance, I was gonna make a video on this, Rooster Teeth. Rooster Teeth was just bought back by Bernie Burns and his wife, Ashley. I forgot her last name. Well, she might be Burns by now. Ashley Burns. But they just bought the name Rooster Teeth, and I think they bought the assets of Rooster Teeth back from Time Warner or whoever. But nobody from that original enterprise, I think, has been asked back yet. Unless, they're going to keep it under hush-hush and try to have them come in as a surprise or try something new. But are they going to be able to recapture the, not the glory per se, but that lightning in a bottle that they all had, G4, Inside Gaming or Funhouse, Rooster Teeth, all these places that I liked. If they come back, are they going to be the same? Do you want them to come back? And I think that's a good lesson from the relaunch of G4. You may bring back some old faces, but it's never going to be the same. Because they didn't have the original teams either. I don't want them to come back. Didn't really know about RT until Inside Gaming's relaunch? Wait, what? Oh, you didn't... Oh, I see. You didn't know about Rooster Teeth until Inside Gaming's relaunch. When they reacquired Inside Gaming. Or they got Inside Gaming from Machinima, right? Oh my god. So you just caught on to them when they were Funhouse and they bought on Inside Gaming? Wow. Oh, you fell in love with Autumn? I'm sorry, dude. Oh, yeah. Let's talk about that. I don't want them to come back. Yeah, I'm going to be watching from afar, but there's no way that they're going to be able to recapture what they had. Autumn, yeah, I can tell that. So that story was kind of weird, huh? And her with Bruce, like, don't get me wrong, Bruce seems like an awesome dude. Man, but that seems kind of sketchy. I wouldn't never do that in an office environment. No way, Jose. No way. Don't like that story? Yeah. He was her boss. It's so weird. They seem fine. Yeah, they seem happy. Of course, I'm happy for them, but man, I thought that was one reason why he wanted to leave, is because he was the manager over Funhouse, Inside Gaming, I think Sugar Pine 7 too, when they were around. So he was their boss because he was the head of Rooster Teeth West, or Rooster Teeth LA. And then the Austin branch was doing something different. So I was like, how are they dating? And then Sugar Pine 7 imploded, or exploded. And then Autumn was brought in, I think, under Inside Gaming when they relaunched that. But yeah, there's some stuff afoot too, you know, with all that, of course, with like, you know, what happened to Adam with Funhouse, what happened with technically Rahul Kohli, he was engaged, and they had his fiance on at Funhouse multiple times. And now him and Alana are together. Again, happy for him, but what happened at Funhouse? I guess it's none of my business. But it just seems like Rahul didn't like Adam because he did some things, and Lawrence didn't like Adam. I don't know, a bunch of stuff with Adam, but then again, like I said, you're hooking up with Autumn, and Rahul is hooking up with Alana. They do need a stronger HR department. Oh my god. So I guess the story is here, what you loved in the past, and this might be a story for Marvel stuff too. What you loved in the past can never be brought back. It may be brought back under the same name, but it's not going to be the same game. Yeah. So that's a knick-knack. It's a good knick-knack. Dude, that whole... I know that they were trauma bonded. You know that office was trauma bonded like crazy. They were always working under crunch. I'll do it later. God, I can't get that. I can't get that thing back. But you got the G4. There's the G4 bag. Adam Sessler was as on point with his critique of gaming culture. What did he say? This Gamergate, Goonergate nonsense is big dumb. I don't even know what's going on. There's a Gamergate 2 happening? See, every time I feel like I'm connected, someone shows me that I'm not connected. What's Gamergate 2? And why don't you have a dark mode on your news site? I swear. People are insane. Man, there's a lot of stuff from the last month, I mean. He didn't say it well or perfectly, but basically this whole thing with gamers getting mad at women not being super hot. Oh, gotcha. Is that what Gamergate 2 is? Oh, that's not fair. They have God, what was her name from Alan Wake 2 on there? I think she's good looking. Oh, it's so weird. Gamergate 2. Is it really just people complaining about women's looks? I would say if you want to design a character, it didn't pop off. Okay, I was gonna say it didn't feel like. Again, I'm not as attached. I don't feel like I'm plugged in very much. But sometimes people say something. Stellar Blade was a big example of a good game. How well did it sell? Did it? Stellar Blade sales numbers? How do you spell Stellar Blade? I don't even know. Sales numbers. 1 million copies? Oh, that's good. The company estimates it sold over 1 million copies. That's good. Welch's grape. Just great. So good. He didn't say it well or perfectly, but basically, it got that gooder boost, but the reviews were middling fine. Yeah, that's what it seemed like. I didn't like when this Stellar Blade came out, the concentration on her costumes versus the gameplay. Cause, dude, I've played Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. If that is what this game is like, or Devil May Cry, or I guess the other one come out recently was Neo Automata? What's it called? Another one with the lady who is the main character and she destroys things. Love the the phase pop? Yeah. Dude, they changed the Electric Lemonade's really good. The EDC one? Yeah, that one's really good. They changed the phase pop. It's no longer phase pop. It's like, it's the same exact flavor, same exact color, but they took off phase from it. I think their thing ran out. I think their sponsorship. You hate the grape? Brett. Come on. You're talking to a dude who got 2 cases of grape Ghost for Christmas. That was my Christmas gift. So good. Tastes like medicine? Oh, hey, that explains a lot. So I used to drink this grape medicine probably too much when I was a kid. And one night I was chugging out of the bottle. I think I got in trouble with my mom. I was really, really young, but it does taste like medicine. You're right. You want to try OG Ghost flavor? Oh yeah, the white one. It might only be in variety packs. And I need to check the variety packs at Costco that they started selling. And I think they're in 12-ounce cans too. I don't think they're in 16-ounce cans. But I need to find it too. It might be on... I don't think it is on Amazon. But I think it's only in 12-ounce cans. I think it's only in 12. The website said Walmart and GNC. Oh, see? Walmart, I have seen that. Man, I want to try it too. I'm curious what that is. Is it like the white Airheads? Ooh, white Airheads. So good. But yeah, man, the Stellar Blade Gamergate stuff, I'd have to see what Adam said. Adam Sessler Gamergate 2. Oh no, don't tell me my keyboard's doing that again. Oh, did this come out? Wait. Saying she's too crazy? Well, people are going after Alyssa Mercante. Saying she's too crazy while also telling gamers to F off. What? Adam Sessler, dude. Has a meltdown over Alyssa Mercante? What happened? Oh, that's Ryan Kinnell. This was last year. This was last year. I'm looking at this. Ryan Kinnell. Oh, good God. He lost it on Twitter? Oh, God. I thought he left Twitter. Multi-day tirade against gamers. You and yours are beneath me. Oh. Good Lord. I mean, he has had enough, really. He has had enough, right? I mean, like I said, God bless. I'm watching him right behind me. You know? I mean, it's right now, ITT Tech, but Dude, G4 was floated by ITT Tech and University of Phoenix. Good God, if you watch old G4, it's all like Army, ITT Tech, and University of Phoenix stuff. DeVry, that's the other one. They're like, we gotta get these young kids, these young whippersnappers into college, into a trade school. How do we do that? ITT Tech with video gaming with Army ads. Oh yeah, the cess. The cess. I used to watch a lot of stuff. I guess I have another one. Look, here's my glasses. The nerd dame found my glasses and she said, I'm blind. She's like, you're blind? I'm like, yeah, I am. These are my nerd glasses. We're gonna get some new glasses this year, so you may see me sporting some spectacles, and I'll actually be a nerd, and then I'll actually see. I haven't worn these in years. Huh? Yeah. See, she even says I'm blind. I'm not blind. I've been driving around. Look at that. You can see the difference. It's clear. Get a cheap pair and recreate your logo. I might do that. I do need a prescription though, but I need to get used to.
So you're admitting on live that you're blind.
I'm not blind. It's astigmatism. I did drive a U-Haul, but that's just because of skill, baby. Look at that. You can see the magnification.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Get a cheap pair. I'm definitely gonna. The nerd dame does want to put me in a larger pair of glasses. These are too small for my big head. Too small for my big head. But definitely gonna get some Coke bottles for sure. But yeah. Anyways, G4. Do you really miss the channel or do you miss the time that you watch the channels? I'll say that. And if you do, did you not watch original Inside Gaming? Did you not watch Inside Gaming back in the day? Respect the specs. That might be the end. Instead of for all nerd kind, it might be respect the specs. I miss the time for sure. Dude, you watched Code Monkeys. For sure. You didn't? Okay, let me show you. Did you watch Funhouse at all? Inside Gaming, Ball Hunter. There it is, not Armitage. No Funhouse. See, I'm curious what people who didn't watch Funhouse, what they think of all this stuff. Dang, they got twits and crits. Funhouse plays $1 1 hour. I'm curious what happens if I play this. Wheelhouse. I loved Wheelhouse. Let's see. So we got demo disc. I'm trying to find their Inside Gaming. Inside Gaming plays Sims 3. Steam Roulette. This was the beginning of Let's Plays. This was their take on Let's Plays was cool because they were joking and just hanging out the whole time. Plays Chrome. So let me play this one. I'm just gonna watch a quick one of this one. You can't hear it.
House.com. And then we can search all the Steam games and figure out a Steam game to buy.
All right. Let's circulate that wheel.
No. You don't say wheel. You just say
Circle.
let's go to the website. Say it like that.
So they used to play Steam Roulette on Inside Gaming, but when they left Inside Gaming, they didn't get the rights to the name. So they're trying to not do the same thing. That's the joke here.
Let's
Go
rotate.
to the website.
Let's spherically rotate.
No, get away from my shingles.
Let's
Go
rotate
to the
around.
Oh, he had
website.
shingles?
The selector chooser.
Find out which game we get to buy.
He probably got stressed out.
Takes a little bit. See?
It's rotatifying. Look at it go.
Dark Zone from
Shouting.
What do we get?
Shouting.
The Dark Stone from Avara.
That
That's a perfect start.
This looks like garbage.
If a game title could get me hard, and it can,
Yeah.
the Dark Stone from Ibarra would be doing that.
Oh yeah.
Private
Me.
this is a
Heck,
fucking Lawrence,
this is
this is a
the third,
Lawrence game.
the third word I can't even understand.
Remember what's that a long breath of time?
The case of the regretful download.
Just because you think you can write noir doesn't make you a video game developer.
Listen, yeah, Bruce, see?
Also-
I write it on, that's not if I want to, nah.
Okay, I saw a man.
What's crazy is that these guys were my age now, I think, when they were doing this. So they were probably like maybe low 30s, mid 30s, some of them, and they were doing this, I think. That's crazy to me. But there's some funny ones. There's God, what was it? Let me try to find it. It was, I watched all of it. Oh, Demo Disc. I was watching all the Demo Disc for Funhouse. But yeah, they also did Ball Hunter. I like Ball Hunter a lot. That was them playing Sniper Elite. Christ. And they're hunting for balls. And I was going to play Sniper Elite over the weekend, but decided not to. So here they are hunting for balls. Boom! So, good times, but again, I don't think it can ever be back to what it was. Stop hitting the knick-knack. I'll tell you that. Oh, man. It's never going to be like it was. So, Rooster Teeth coming back. I don't even know what their plan for Rooster Teeth is. I don't even know if they have a plan. I think they just got the name back. I don't know what they're going to do with it. I know they have a daily podcast. Bernie and Ashley. Dang, it was 2 weeks ago? It was already 2 weeks ago that they got the rights back to it. Oh my god. Time flies, you guys. Time flies. Like I said, work's been really tough. There really isn't any more news other than Bernie Burns and Ashley got the site back, and they made this. So again, are we ever going to get back to... I thought this video wasn't particularly well shot either. It seems like it's on a phone. Oh, poor Austin, Texas. Poor Austin.
Guys? Why the lights off? I'm back from getting milk. What the hell happened?
So I actually saw the post of the dude who worked on the new logo. He actually did change the rooster to be a little bit whiter, and then the crank on the teeth, they changed that to be gold. It was white before. So that, and then the tooth going out, they thought that was a funny little tidbit for a relaunch, that it's like the same but a little bit different. So, ooh man. So they said almost 1 year ago, we were all saddened to learn that Rooster Teeth would be shutting its doors. Today, I am very happy to say that I have completed an acquisition for the Rooster Teeth brand and many of its remaining properties. The details of all of this would be too much to communicate in a letter on a website, so please tune in to February 5th episode of Morning Somewhere podcast. That's Ashley and Bernie's podcast. For more, there's a lot of work to do around here before our relaunch. In the meantime, I hope that you will join me in the welcoming back a brand that has been so important to so many people for so many years. Again, I have no idea what he's going to do about this. Executive something. They have no idea what they're going to do. It looks like they have Camp, Red vs. Blue, and the RT podcast. That's crazy. If he was able to keep Red vs. Blue, that's wild. If they were able to keep that, oof. I think it's going to be bad. I think so too. I don't know what... It's crazy because there was a weird different energy in early 2000s nerd culture, right? We had the G4, the Rooster Teeth, the Red versus Blue, the Machinima. We had all that, and it was a different time. I don't know who the audience for this is. I think the audience is you and I, people who kind of watched this back in the day. I don't think this is going to be for the 20-somethings. They tried that. I think they tried that with G4. They tried dipping their toes into the early 20s streaming culture, but the culture now in itself has left the building on these groups, Cow Chop, Achievement Hunter. I think the train has left the station on all those, and I think it's now this. I think it's now individuals, or maybe like group streaming, or I guess there is like OTK, and there's FaZe and IRL streamers who go to IRL houses and are grouped together, and friends of friends who stream together. But I don't know, it's just not the same as this. It's not the same. Like in this day, you all have your gaming station, you're all in the same room, and there's shenanigans abound. I don't know if it can ever come back to that. I would be shocked if it did. And again, I'm curious who the audience is. Maybe this is a good video to think about too. Rooster Teeth relaunch, what could that mean? I think that'd be a really good exploration on the past and where they could go, and the audiences / things they could do. If they're thinking about doing what they did with like Camp and Red versus Blue and that kind of thing, I'm not sure that's going to work out. They actually weren't able to keep Ruby. So Warner Brothers still keeps Ruby and their other anime series with Michael B. Jordan. Oh, I forgot. I almost had it. That'd be a good video. I have another video I need to finish first. But I'm trying to... Let me write that down. That would be a good video. That would be good to watch. Genlock, thank you. Genlock, yes. I watched the first couple episodes and I didn't dig it. I remember back in the day, I even was a subscriber to Rooster Teeth first. And I watched basically all the Funhouse stuff. They did their own Mystery Science Theater 3000, where they watched a movie and made fun of it. I watched all of that content as well. But man, it's a different time. I don't think Rooster Teeth is going to be the same. I don't know what they can even do. But relaunch Rooster Teeth. Can it survive? Can it survive where G4 died? Where G4 died. Because really, I think G4 was the big testing ground. They are a perfect test case on what not to do. And I don't even think that their numbers were even that good at launch. I remember them streaming on Twitch. I remember them possibly bot farming too. Wasn't that true? They were bot farming. It's like, gosh. I don't know. I think I've said this a couple times. The currency of this era is authenticity. If you can't get that from your, let's say, talent, if you can't get that from your talent, then you're kaputs. That's basically it. It's like, you gotta be authentic, and I don't think that this G4, that stuff, I think it was for a bygone era. It was for a bygone era. So I'm going to write that. That sounds fun. But yeah, man, really crazy couple weeks, huh? So we have, I think, a month and a half until WonderCon, which will be fun. But we have 2 weeks till Daredevil. And we got time stamps for Daredevil episode 1 and 2, which is like 54 and then 48 minutes. So really hoping they're sticking with a longer, real drama series. We'll see how it turns out. I'm stoked, and whoever did the marketing for Daredevil, I'm just going to say you deserve a raise. You deserve a raise. Congratulations. Honestly, the people that did the Echo trailer deserved a raise too, because they sold the hell out of that show. Rated M for mature. They sold the heck out of it. So Yeah, we'll see if it goes, and that'd be a good video. You're right, Brett. I'm gonna think about that one. I do have to watch Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and then I'm going to make my review on that. I think it's ended, right? It's over? Season 1 done? So I'm gonna watch that. I think it's out tonight or last night. We're going to watch that. We're going to record our thoughts. Hopefully have it to you by either tomorrow or Friday morning. Yeah, hopefully have that out to you. There it is. Let's check it out. Okay, so I'm only 2 episodes behind. Easy. I can do that tonight. So I'm going to watch these, get some thoughts down onto recording. I still have to talk about episodes 6 through 8 as well, which I actually, spoilers, I enjoyed. Scorpion Rising and Tangled Web, I did like those episodes. I thought they were kind of cool. Seeing him fight Scorpion was a really, really good episode. I thought it was really good. So hopefully they're able to finish this out well with episode 9, Hero or Menace, and episode 10, If This Be My Destiny. But the lead up to it has not been my favorite. And I think I talked about that a lot in the last couple of reviews that I did. But this is going to be the final review on that. And then over the weekend, I'm going to be working on another video for a soundtrack for a video game. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And I'm going to work damned hard to try to get those done for you guys. So we're going to be playing some Avowed on Sunday at 7 p.m. Pacific. So if you're interested in seeing my take on that game, feel free to tune in then. And yeah, it's a new RPG from Obsidian. We'll see how it is. It seems like it's kind of went... So it hasn't really lit the world on fire. It doesn't seem like any games really light the world on fire anymore. It's kind of sad. But we're going to jump into it, and I will show you guys around, show you guys the mechanics, get started on the story, and see how we like it. So hope you all have a great finish of your week. Brett, always a pleasure. I'm going to keep my eyes out for the Dune Awakening. Well, we got 10 hours till that drops. I'm ready. Brandon, thanks for hanging out. John, hope you're well. Kings, I know you were here earlier. Collector, good to see you again. And Lewis, our friend Lewis, he stopped by before the stream, said he couldn't make it, so all good. Thank you guys so much. We will see you on Sunday for some Avowed. And yeah, stay tuned and have a great week. Thanks, Brett. See you later.
Aragorn's a tracker hunting coons at night. Gimli swinging axes, but his aim ain't right. Legolas is prepping, shooting buds off logs. Harlan's painting toenails, yelling at the dogs. Saruman's a neighbor's always causing grief, scheming in his tower like a backwoods thief. With the swamp behind and the mountains ahead, we're just good old boys doing what Gandalf said. Frodo's carrying the ring and it's dragging slow, but we're marching through the mud with a steady flow.
Of Arrakis, it's me, Shia, your beloved sandworm of the desert. Many people are saying Paul Atreides, little Paul Atreides. I call him Pesky Paul. He's Al-Mahdi. People are calling him Lisan Al-Gaib. Pesky Paul's calling himself Muad'Dib. He said, Muad'Dib, I'm a little desert mouse, just a humble little desert mouse. And he is very tiny. I saw him.
Middle-aged mutant ninja turtles. Middle-aged mutant ninja turtles. Middle-aged mutant ninja turtles. All of their shoes are from New Balance. The turtles used to battle all over New York.
It was radical.
Now they work late nights in customer support.
It pays the bills.
They would break dance in their teens, and now they use sleep apnea machines. Middle-aged mutant ninja turtles.
Hey Colonel, this is Snake. I've made it to the insertion point. I stayed pretty warm due to that anti-freezing peptide that you gave to me, but I have to admit I was able to smuggle out my smokes in my stomach. You know, it wasn't fantastic, but I gotta have them ciggies. Psychic powers are cheating. I'm gonna plug my controller into port 2. Hind D. More like D Hind. Ho! But seriously, what's a Russian gunship doing here?
Big back,